Hey Sages, how's it going? This is Venusian Vibes here, and I'm going to give you your October Love and Spirituality reading. So I've already shuffled for the most part. I'm just going to finish that, solidify the spread for you guys for October. If you want to fast forward this, go right ahead. I'm just going to do a quick Queen of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. I'm just going to finish up this little shuffle job here. I think you guys are going to be extra fiery in October because when I was saging before this reading, I have a very thick sage brush that is very hard to light, but it suddenly just went up in flames, and that like never happens because it's usually just I can barely get any smoke from it. So I felt that was, since you're a fire sign, I felt like that was all about you guys a little bit. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm going to lay down your spread now. Not surprised to see the Ace of Wands here. That's that sage going up in flames right there. I was wondering if the Ace of Wands would come out when that happened. Okay. Six of Cups I saw while I was shuffling before I was on camera, so that's very prominent energy. But first I'm going to make sure you can see all of these cards. I'm going to get into a little bit of what's been going on with you guys in the past and right this moment as I'm doing this reading, and then we'll dig into this October spread. Okay. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. Looks like something just got completed, a project you've been working on, perhaps. Though with the Three of Wands in the reverse, that's interesting. And then the Two of Wands. Wow. Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Temperance. Okay. So you got the 2, 3, and 4. I'm thinking for some of you, now this is a very specific message, but there was something that you were working on, and this can be at this point a project or a relationship, but it looks like you were getting it off the ground by yourself, but you wanted help from someone, perhaps a business partner or someone you're seeing a love connection, and you needed their help, or at least wanted them to contribute to the project, and they just like weren't willing to. So you had to do it all by yourself, but it looks like you did, and you succeeded with the Four of Wands. Or it at least looks like you completed the thing by yourself, but it looks like it's significant that this person did not help you. That's what I'm getting from that. That seems like a very specific message for a few of you. You really wanted to blend to blend energy with this person. You wanted them. Oh, maybe for some of you, it was actually about it was actually about wanting to get pregnant, and this other person didn't want to help with that. And so you're left sort of wondering what to do next, wondering how to complete this, how to like make this happen. Maybe a select few of you just went and got went to like a sperm bank or something. That's so weird that that's a very specific person though. Okay. Very interesting. It's all wands. It's all about bringing something to fruition. And with the 9 of Pentacles here in the reverse, it's indicating something that you didn't want to do alone. You really wanted to collaborate. And this person just wouldn't. Okay. So interesting. Very interesting. I was not expecting anything like that. But so you have the 2, 3, 4 of Wands, and then here we have the Ace. And the 6 of Wands. So definitely a lot of fire energy coming out. So let's see here. Sagittarius. What is going on with you guys? This is representing your consciousness. Okay. Like what's going on in your conscious mind. You have the Queen of Cups in the reverse. So you're coming through as a bit of a emotive and very sort of energies all over the place type of person. In October, you're very emotional and you're not feeling centered and grounded in your emotions, and you're not feeling the way the Queen of Cups feels upright is she feels very secure in her feelings, and she never feels like she's wrong to have feelings, or that her feelings are incorrect. Everything is about feeling very strong and embracing the strength that comes from being able to express yourself freely and being able to have compassion and being sympathetic, and all of those traits that are rooted in that watery element, in those emotions. And she feels very secure and confident operating on that plane. But in the reverse, she's actually is even more emotive, even more feelings, but there's an insecurity surrounding them. She feels wrong for having them. So that you're feeling wrong for having the feelings that you're having, which indicates to me, oh, and we have the Queen of Wands here too. Yeah, it's very interesting. The Queen of Wands, you would think would be coming through for you, Sag, being fire, but it looks like it's not for most of you. But of course, for some of you, you're going to flip the energies to however it works. For a lot of you, you're this Queen of Cups and you're dealing with the Queen of Wands. But for others of you, it's flipped. So you'll just have to listen and gauge which one you are. And there's also an Empress energy here. Okay. All right, so Queen of Cups. So you're being made to question yourself, Sagittarius. You're feeling insecure about your perceptions, beliefs, and your emotions. I think that someone is acting a certain way that is making you feel insecure, like you're wrong, like your feelings are wrong. It's causing a lot of imbalance and misalignment within yourself because you're not used to questioning yourself, right? And then underneath, this is representing your subconscious mind. So underneath it all, you're still yourself. You're still that fire, and that core of you is still has a big flame and is passionate, and you're ready for anything, and you're strong and vibrant. But something has happened either in the past or is because of someone you're dealing with right now that has started to make you completely out of alignment with this center flame that represents so much of who you are, and it's being suppressed. Your passion, your very fiery self is being somehow suppressed, and you're thrown off balance now. And maybe some of you guys have like a rising and a water sign, and so the water element's coming through for you right now, more than it usually is. But it's very emotional and insecure. And it's this Queen of Wands. And so for those of you who might be this person, or I'm also going to get into this Empress energy that's happening, because there's and that's going to be, the Empress is here. It often represents fertility, so it almost for me reaffirms that message at the beginning for just a select few of you that wanted to actually basically have a baby, and someone wasn't willing to do that with you, which was a really interesting message that I usually don't get into that kind of thing, but for some of you with the Empress being here, it kind of reaffirms that for me. But and anyway, so for those of you that are this Queen of Wands energy, you're going to recognize that you're dealing with someone who's acting from a place of insecurity. But the thing is, it's your actions. It's this person's actions that is making this person kind of feel off their game, and it's making them react this way. So you're going to be one of the two. But like I said, underneath it all, you're still your fiery self. The Empress is here, the daughter of the mighty ones. Wow, this is a very interesting spread. Okay, so a few of you Sagittarians are dealing with someone who might be seeing someone else, or at least you believe they're seeing someone else. And that is making you feel very insecure. Perhaps some of you just found that out, that this person is talking to someone else, and you feel like, and maybe you even know this other person. And that's what is, and it's causing a lot of insecurity for you. And that's another interpretation here for this Three of Wands being in the reverse. That can sometimes indicate infidelity. It's very interesting, having these three different elements, these three different feminine elements in this reading. Of course, it doesn't matter if you're a male or female. I'm going to, I'm feeling called to get another deck. 1 minute. Okay, sorry that took a minute. It was hiding. So I'm gonna just get a romance card for the Queen of Cups. Okay. We got this card. Beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. Okay. So you guys are mirroring each other. And there's definitely a lack of trust going on. So we have also the Six of Cups down here, sitting below the Six of Wands, and both the sixes are connected to the Lover's card and the Devil card. But this indicates something about love, and we have a lack of success. The Six of Wands, Lord of Victory, as it says right there, is in the reverse. I'm being drawn to these two hands that are both here, and it's driving me, calling me back to that sense that you were wanting to work on something with someone who's probably your love partner, and you were really trying to work on something and they just wouldn't help you with it. It could be anything. And they just wouldn't put their hand in to help. And so now it's in the reverse. Made you feel very insecure. Something about their lack of involvement and their lack of passion for the same thing that you are trying to create really messed with you. We have the Six of Cups here. So this is about, we're calling it in this deck the Lord of Pleasure. It's a very, very sweet, romantic card. It's a very loving card. In the traditional tarot, it's about someone giving a bouquet, a little boy giving a bouquet of flowers to a little girl. And so that's what is kind of happening. I'm thinking that you once helped them with something that they wanted help with, and you were like a cheerleader for them, and you helped when you could. But then when it now became their turn to maybe give back, they just kind of dropped the ball and they didn't do it. There's a lot of resentment of the energy I'm getting. Now the Empress. I feel like there is an involvement of someone in either your or your person's life that is very meddling. Is something about this person, to you, they're like the ideal, like, if it's a woman, she's like the ideal woman in your eyes. And it makes you feel like you're feeling like you're less than that person. And so it's causing jealousy and it's causing you to feel insecure. And I don't know if both of these two different storylines I'm getting with the project and the lack of involvement with the other person, and then also this third party situation. For some of you, these are intertwined situations and they're both present in your connection, and they're both coming together to create a lot of insecurity for you. So I think that's what's going on with a lot of you. Others of you, it might just be more one of these storylines is fitting your situation. But I'm getting a strong pull in both directions. So So for those of you with this third person, it could just be a friend of, it could be a longtime friend, someone from this person's childhood that they've known for a while, or just someone who's a friend, and they just seem, you feel like they're prettier than you or something, or they're making you feel very insecure. And if it's a guy, they seem like the ideal man in some sort of way, like maybe they're muscular or good bone structure, so they're like hot, and it's just this person that is really, that in your eyes is an ideal person. And the fact that your person you're with is friends with them or talking to them. Maybe it's a coworker that they have that you see them talking with when you go to visit them at work, and you're feeling like you're not good enough. And since this Queen of Wands is in the reverse, this card can indicate infidelity. I hate to say it. I don't usually interpret the cards to in that way, because there's so many other more significant spiritual ways to read these cards, but this is sort of what I'm picking up on here with this Queen of Wands being in the reverse. Before I say more, I'm going to get a few clarifiers from this other deck. So I want to know about who the Empress is. I'm going to take more clarifiers than I have been than the spread that I usually do, because there's just such strange energy here for you guys. Okay, I just got these 3 cards. So you have 2 aces here, with the Queen of Swords in the reverse. I gotta say, it's pretty perplexing. We now have another feminine energy with the Queen of Swords and surrounded by these aces. I'm just going to pull one more for the Six of Cups. Here, I'm going to actually move these. Pull one more for the Six of Cups. Hierophant in the reverse. Okay. Okay, so a lot of you guys wanted a higher level commitment with the person you're with. And they responded, or this is happening maybe in October if it hasn't already, but their response is something that is, I think this for most of you has happened already, or is happening around this time that I'm doing this reading. And they responded in a way that wasn't super positive to it. They didn't act like very passionate or excited about the idea. And so it's caused you to feel very insecure. Now, I think that a lot of you guys have been suspicious about this person, maybe seeing someone else or fearful of it. And so maybe you even tried to seek out this higher level commitment because in order to like solidify your connection a little bit more, and so you could feel a little bit more secure about things. And of course, switch this energy if this is what the person you're with has done. You'll know which one you are. It seems like this person, whoever is the Queen of Wands is, you or the other person, all they really want is to just have a good time, and they want things to be light and fun, and they want it to be passionate and like kind of sexual, but they're not very good at the stability part of a relationship. And so this is something you've been wanting. You've been seeking out from them, and they just don't seem to be doing it, or vice versa. You don't want that, and your person has been trying to really get you to solidify things. But regardless, they're so like commitment phobic and not wanting to intensify the connection, I guess, that maybe you asking for that has made them seek a different situation that is more just fun and frivolous. And that just goes back to their fear of any sort of like actual intimacy or stability. They seem to be, their energy is not wanting that, or your energy is not wanting that, and you're feeling pushed to, if this is you, you're feeling pushed to another direction, to someone who you think is going to be more of a good time, because this person's become quite emotional and quite insecure. And if this is you, it would be helpful for you to kind of realize how your actions are actually creating this in the other person. But if two people are incompatible and they want two different things, then the answer is to go in separate ways, because you can't push together two people who want different things. It's probably not gonna work. There's just an incompatibility here for a lot of you. For others, if you're one of those people who feel so passionate, and this Ace of Wands is here because there's just such a strong passion for the person you're with. And then I don't know really what the answer for you is, because they just don't seem at this point ready to commit to anything. And regardless of what you try to bring to them, what you try to hand them, whether you try to give them passion, security, or you try to think more in alignment with how they think, no matter what you do to try to bridge that gap, it doesn't seem to be working. So for those of you where this is resonating, your project, the project I was talking about that you wanted them to come together with you on, it was a commitment, and maybe you wanted to move in with them, something like that, where you would have to come together and make a lot of decisions together, and they won't do it. And if that's the case, this might be a time to like question whether to proceed with this person. I think this person might be offering something to more than just one person. If you're coming through, if you're the Queen of Wands, and you're, of course, the person who you have a few people in mind, 2 people, and the more emotional the other person gets, the more you're being driven to it in a different direction. Okay, so that's sort of what I'm picking up on. It's very scattered. It's a few different messages for you guys. It's a little bit convoluted, to be honest. It's very strange. I usually get messages that are a little more clear than this, but there's definitely that. I would love to hear your comments to see how this resonates with people, how different parts of and different storylines resonate with you guys. Yeah, this here, the 6 of Wands in the reverse, it's pointing towards, in my mind, that you're not going to be victorious with this person, at least in October. Whatever you wanted to work together with them on, it's not going to happen. You're going to be kind of at it alone. So yeah, I'm going to get one card from the Dreams of Gaia deck, and I'm going to read the message to you, and it usually comes through as advice. Interesting. You got the Ace of Earth, which is in this deck. The aces are these beautiful dragons. Here, I'll hold it up to you. You kind of see it. So this is the same card as that showed up right here. A new opportunity. Definitely, you definitely have an opportunity in October. I think you're going to be stoking this sort of your flame a little bit more, your internal guidance, your passion. You're going to be trying to cultivate it, manifesting it in a more in a way that's more just for yourself. You're going to be revising whatever you've been thinking about working on in a way where you can just accomplish it yourself without someone else or needing someone else's help, or if that was what was resonating with you. It's very much about like your own self, and through your focus on yourself, your detachment from this person. I'm going to read this card to you guys now. Okay. When the Ace of Earth appears in your reading, it represents a time of change and new beginnings on the career and home front. This change is driven by a desire for financial security and independence for yourself, or for those for whom you are responsible. It is time to make preparations and plans for the future so that you are not challenged or placed under stress by the changes that are coming. What do you want to do with your life? What career path will allow you to both meet your responsibilities and be fulfilled? Are you more interested in financial reward than seeking a vocation or career that will stimulate you and make you happy? Is it time for you to think of the outcome you desire? Or it is time for you to think of the outcome you desire. Do you need to further your education and qualifications to create more financially rewarding opportunities. A new beginning founded in practicality and pragmatism. This is the energy of the Ace of Earth. It is time to be grounded in your approach and seek tangible outcomes that meet your desires. Determine your weaknesses and strengths, weigh your responsibilities, and then decide whether or not they fit with your goals and objectives. Also, be sure to consider the impact your decision will have on those around you. Be certain of your motivation. If you desire a safe and secure environment that is free of financial stress, then now is the time to consider building solid foundations. Okay, so since we had all of these wands here in the past, it looks like you were using one element to try to make whatever you wanted to happen. And it was the fire element, which makes sense because you're Sagittarius. But it looks like you, and maybe because you only had that one mode of operating, you really wanted this person's help to help you with the other things, the more practical aspects of the project or whatever it was. You felt like you were lacking some one mode of creating this, and you needed it to get it from this other person, and they just weren't there for you. So it's going to be up to you to foster that. This dragon is definitely manifesting something here. Cultivating the ability to operate in a more pragmatic way, more practical, more secure, moving forward. And with this swords energy, that's going to be thinking in a more about your thoughts and thinking in a more practical sense in order to achieve this yourself. So this is the blueprint for how to achieve this thing by yourself and without needing anybody else to do it. Okay. So back to this, whatever qualities you admire, maybe you admired the things that you felt you were missing, the elements you were missing, air, earth, and you were finding it in this other person, but the goal is going to be for you to realize that you actually possess those yourself as well. And so that is a message for you guys. I'm wondering if I should I'm going to pull one for the Queen of Wands really quick, a romance card, just to end in the reading. Okay, so for the Queen of Wands, we have new beginning. A new adventure awaits. Embrace it and live your dreams passionately. I think this might relate to this Empress energy up here. I think it's this new beginning. Though we do also have a lot of aces. Yeah, I think since this is a collective reading, it's hard. I'm feeling it's a little hard for me to tap into these different storylines. So for some of you, this new beginning is about this energy here, whether it's you or someone else, has found another person. And alternatively, this energy, this fiery energy here, is also, if it's you're trying to start something new. Maybe a project fell through in the past and you're going to start again, but from a different perspective, and with, after sort of like growing a little bit, and developing some other skills, and then you're going to try to do it again by yourself. So that's what I'm getting from that, okay? So I hope this helped. Once again, I'd love to hear your comments about this. It was a little bit convoluted, so I hope some of it made sense, some of it resonated with you guys. I wish you all the best in October, and I wish you guys well, okay? All right, bye.